Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy
He's somewhere there.
is Popeye. Hey buddy, come here.
There he is.
He's excited. We're the TheRcSaylors and we just got through some rain in the late evening. There should be enough time for us to get a drone video to you. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I've got all the stuff here in my hands because I don't really have a table out in the backyard. But this is the box that it comes in. It is the Stalker drone. Or online you might see it in through the link in our description box below. It could be listed as the YK017C. I think the C is for the camera because we do have a camera version. Now a lot of you guys are going to be surprised to know that this is not a Wi-Fi FPV drone. This is just a little non-altitude hold camera drone without any FPV at all. It is a simple little setup, which I like a lot, and it resembles very much a drone that we've seen on the channel before from Holy Stone on Amazon called the Predator drone.
But this one's different.
It is different. It just reminds me of that. The prop guards do come off if you choose to take them off, but we're going to fly with them on because it came like that. And the battery just slides in the back. It's non-proprietary, which I like a lot. Very common battery connector, and it's a 380 milliamp battery, 3.7 volts. It's one cell. The transmitter is pretty straightforward and very simple. It's non-altitude hold, so you actually have to manage your throttle. And then this one is spring-loaded. They feel pretty good. It's a really good size, and the antenna really, I don't know why they have that on there at all. There's not even an antenna in there. There are no buttons up here or on the back. 6 AA batteries, and you just click the right stick for flips, click the left stick for rates, and this operates your camera. So no FPV or anything. You just click that for photo, click that for video. You get a nice instruction manual that'll tell you what the buttons do, so hold on to that. In the bag you get a micro SD card converter to USB, 4 spare props, 2 black and 2 white, but unfortunately it doesn't come with its own micro SD card. You'll need to provide your own. And just a USB charge cable. Well, Popeye's extremely excited. I think he's a little stir crazy because it's been raining all day. He's been stuck inside, so let's fly this drone, see how it does before it starts to rain again. I'm gonna take off. Right.
Ooh, already lost you.
We'll let Popeye calm down here. It's flying really well. He loves to chase these things. Oh no, tree. Oh.
Jeez. That was short-lived. This one's hard to follow.
Well, it's black,
Yeah.
so it's kind of stealthy
Yeah.
in the late evening. And although the lights look pretty good, I like the blue and the red. So there is a very, very, very tiny camera indicator on the bottom of the drone, little lights, and it'll let you know that you are recording. That's it. There's nothing on the transmitter, no other indicator. We should be recording though. Popeye's just having a good old time. I think I miss having shoulder buttons. I'm looking for a shoulder button on this transmitter for my flips and rates, but it's to click the joysticks. I'm okay with that.
It's kind of difficult to click the joystick.
Sometimes.
Too.
Good flip.
Nice.
I'll do another one here. Front flip. Very snappy flips. Very tight. Okay.
Drones are always good to get Popeye exercise. He always gets
This
so
is
worn out
rate
after.
2. Believe it or not, that was just the first rate that we were in. It was much snappier than I was expecting, which is why I smacked the tree. Very snappy little guy.
Yeah, this is
3 rates here.
This is rate 3 now?
Yeah, so there's y'all. Very, very, very snappy. Look at this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I lost
Very
you.
quick. That is quick. I'm in the back corner. Come up toward us. Wow. This is really, really, really fast. One of the fastest drones in this size I've ever seen, especially that's just brushed. I'm back into rate 1 just to make camera quality hopefully be a little more smooth now.
I think they've not seen the drone most of this video.
Yeah, this is very easy to fly. Very docile if you want it to be. but it's able to go very, very quick. So for me, this is actually a really fun drone because, you know, sometimes it's nice to fly nice and slow. All right, got the camera on. But others, it's fun to zip it right along.
Did you tell them that there should be there was a light indicator?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little blinking light on the bottom, but you can't see it while it's flying. You really need to be
hit record before you take off.
Yes. So I'm gonna hit record again.
So I should have stopped it.
And if I hold the photo button, which is just up trim, if you were flying a like throttle up trim, if you hold that button, the lights should go off, and they did. So that's pretty cool. If you want to, you can turn the lights off. You still have the little tiny, tiny blue light on the bottom that tells you the camera is functioning. Or maybe that's just its on light. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights back on because I like the lights. And if I just press the light button instead of holding it, we'll take a picture of that tree here. That should have been a photo. I'll give it just a few seconds to make sure it saves to the card. It's just a little 4 gig cheap card.
Did not come with it.
Didn't come with it.
It's one that we just had lying
around. And I just
around.
pressed my video button again.
And yes, it was formatted before this video.
Yeah, hopefully it all saved and stuff. That's the only thing. Sometimes on these little $30 drones, sometimes, we only fly them once or twice, and we won't be able to check the video to see if it saved beforehand. Plus, sometimes it'll save beforehand, and you never know, it might not the second time, so.
Yeah, it's always kind of just a toss-up if it saves or not.
Right. Well, you know, if they made a version of this drone without the camera, which I assume they do because this has the C added at the end, I would very, very, very much prefer that, because I think the only time most people nowadays want a camera on a drone is if you can see the live footage. Which you cannot on this. This is just flying line of sight, got the camera on there, and I'm just recording whatever it's pointing at, whatever the drone is facing. So there's no Wi-Fi FPV on this.
I wonder if they make an on-camera version.
We're gonna have to look that up, and if we find it, we'll link it in the description box below. But we got this little camera version. It's flying extremely well. I love how sensitive it is if I want it to be, but very docile as well. I'm just kind of cruising around the yard. Yeah. I really like this.
No altitude hold, right?
No altitude hold. There's rate 2 and rate 3, so if I want to go crazy, I can.
It just goes.
It's really fast if I want it to to be. Which is, sorry about that. Really cool though.
I give up on this one.
How often do you see a little drone that can perform this well? This is really
not often.
Oh, there's a blinking light, so I'm going to hit the video button. Hopefully that saves, and that means it's time to land.
You gotta catch it. Popeye, get it. There you go. Get the drone, buddy.
Well, that's it. Simple drone. Simple setup, simple controls. I like the layout of the buttons. It wasn't hard to remember. You just click the sticks instead of having shoulder buttons. We've seen this style of drone before. I would say the biggest pro this has to offer that separates it from the crowd is the fact that in the 3rd and highest rate, it can fly extremely fast if you want it to, and you still maintain very good control over the drone. I would say probably the biggest negative about this little guy is maybe that it doesn't come with its own micro SD card, but I suppose that's okay. And definitely that short flight time. That was pretty short. It could have been because I did some flips and I had it in a higher rate. I'm sure if I just had it in rate 1 and cruised around, I'd probably get 30 more seconds, maybe even almost a minute longer flight time. Overall, it's not bad. If you're shopping for something that is under $50, well under $50, it should be under $30 actually, and it's ready to fly with a nice big transmitter, and you want to just hone your skills in managing throttle, not having altitude hold, this is a great one. I see no reason not to get this. But it's not anything that we're all going to remember a year from now, I don't think. We'll put it that way. A fun toy, definitely, to fly in the front or backyard. We'll have a link in the description box below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye!